Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Thursday, the 25th of November. Happy Thanksgiving to our American cousins there, so hope all is good. You guys have a great day and probably a great day tomorrow. Today, I'm going to be a very short video this morning because I'm running out of time very quickly and I've got to be off. Won't be on tomorrow, just to let you know, so there won't be an update tomorrow. Right, anyway, here goes. Kicking off then. Risk today, biggest risk we've got a couple of speakers there, but they're just introducing things as opposed to talking about due to opening remarks, banking workshops and things like this. Nothing significant there, so we'll get rid of that. Right, let's look at the technicals. Very briefly then, I was just looking at dollar index a moment ago. We'll look at the dollar index again. We'll look at this on a monthly basis. You can see it's just breaking through its 50% retrace there. So it looks like it's got more scope to the upside. While things carry on as they are, it's got more scope to the upside. So dollar index, it is predominantly European currencies and the pound and the euro, and well, they're the biggest parts of them. So at this stage, euro is heading southbound largely. Now we're seeing a bit of a bounce at the moment off this sort of level, not quite the whole number of 112, but looking like it's getting a little bit of a bounce. So is it going to follow through? I'm just looking at this, maybe later a break of 112, 07, somewhere in that region, just below here, might just sort of trigger some downside. It still is largely a bear flag there and it looks bearish. However, if it continues just working its way up, stepping its way up, maybe it will just be setting up for another day. It could be how it runs. The pound, similar situation, downward trend, getting a bit of a bounce in at this stage here. We've seen it coming up since last night. It's been pushing up there, just gradually crawling its way up. It may be the 50 MA could provide us a bit of resistance. If not this 34, it's sort of sitting around here at the moment, dancing. You can see it dancing around. Again, you can see that there's not a lot of liquidity or volatility, I should say, in the market at the moment, but maybe a break of 33.41ish areas, maybe a bit, break of this trend line, maybe a bit bearish, a bit of a trigger. However, be careful because it could be quite a volatile day. Okay, so that's the pound. Yen, not really going too far at the moment. It's a more difficult one, still going predominantly upside, has run into its monthly pivot there. That may provide a bit of resistance, a bit more resistance and consolidation, and it's almost what I expect through these markets. Aussie dollar, well, so you can see it already. It's run its just coming down here, similar to the other pound and euro, just looking like it's maybe going to run down there. The only thing is it could just get into a very much a sideways chop today, and that's what I'm just wary of. Now of course I've said that, and it might take a decent move. Canadian dollar strengthening here, just looking, it's lower highs in confirmed on this time frame. If we go up the time frames, just see it a bit clearer. That does look like it's got more scope to eventually get towards that weekly pivot, maybe anyway, but it's certainly ahead of the other markets, and I'm not surprised. I'm looking quite bullish on the CAD. Right, finally New Zealand dollar. Well, we started seeing a bit of an upside movement there yesterday. It's still very much similar to the others. In fact, it's softened even this morning. There's no love for the New Zealand dollar at the moment, regardless of the higher interest rates and the positive outlook. But there goes the craziness of these markets sometimes. But at some point, it will be a decent buy. But for now, it's still pushing to the downside. Right, gold. Are we going to get the bounce on gold? We're seeing about the same sort of bounce on gold at the moment. How far any of these markets are going to go to the in terms of strengthening against the US dollar is questionable. I don't see much changed over the last couple of days to say, well, if these markets should get stronger or any different. I see the status quo really. There is on the dailies, obviously it looks quite positive at this stage on gold, and looks like with that doji yesterday, looks like it's at a stronger point. how much it can do that. A bit of divergence maybe off the 4 hourly here. How much it can really run up there, we'll have to wait and see. It's just looking so bearish on the bigger picture at the moment. So maybe patience to wait a little bit pays off. Of course, you'll miss the initial bit, but it's not about getting the initial bits; it's getting the bit in the middle. Right. Okay. Oil. So oil looks like it's tipping back a little to me on the dailies here. Yesterday, daily doji, training oil in Japanese. It's rolling over a little. Again, we got OPEC meetings coming up next week, I believe it is. I think it could be a rough old ride and a battle to try and see if this actually comes down, but it does look soft at the moment. Right, okay, looking at the other markets, let's just bring those into play. It's going to be really quick, I'm afraid, because of a little bit behind Dow Jones. Right, let's look at the CSI 300. So off again, running into that 100 moving average, rolling back south there, looking softer overnight. I'm still not massively bullish on that. We saw a bit of a gap and a slight gain overnight on the Nikkei. Looks a little bit more positive there, but I'm questioning all these markets at the moment. They're just looking that bit softer. FTSE catching a bit of a bounce. Maybe it's a limited bounce. We'll see how it comes through there. Catching a bounce at the moment. The DAX again. There's slight moves up this morning in the opening, but I can't say I'm totally convinced, particularly with the DAX. I think it's got more risk to the downside with the political. Well, the political future is possibly known a little bit better now, but we've still got COVID massively running through, and there's talk about lockdowns and possible greater measures being taken in France. So again, may not be particularly good for some of those companies. Looking across the water then to the US. S&Ps actually are pushing up reasonably well this morning, and it's an element of a weaker US dollar slightly at the moment, and this could be just the other side of the coin effectively. So we're seeing the push up here, bit of a swing going on at the moment on the Nasdaq. The market that's been the weakest of the lot there, it's just come back in testing its prior lows there, so it'll be interesting to see what it can do. But the Dow Jones is being positive again. Perhaps I should put my positive cap back on. I was getting quite negative yesterday. Got to be a bit careful when you're not too far away from always reaching a new high. Right, that's pretty much it for me. Apologies, a little bit shorter, but need to crack on. I wish you a great day, and I will not be on tomorrow. Just a reminder, I'll catch you next Monday. Take care. Have a great weekend, and a long weekend it is, maybe for some. Bye for now.